I'm giving myself 3 months to accomplish a series of tasks where if I don't accomplish them in 3 months, I'm gonna have to reconsider what I do. In one way or another, I feel like my life is a little bit more in shambles than I'd like it to be right now. It's a weird thing to have to admit on the internet because it is a very transparent, like brutally honest assessment of like me as a person. You know, I have a lot of people around me that would kind of be quick to be like, no, no, you're great, you know, but it's about how I view myself. I don't want to exist though in like a world where I'm like ashamed of it per se, as much as I want to exist in a world where I'm just looking to do a 3 month crash course in how to get my shit together. This is for me. This is for me. If you get something out of this, that's fantastic. But like, as long as you know that the reason why I'm doing all this is specifically because there will be a digital footprint of me saying I'm going to do these things, so I must do them. That's kind of the hope here. I had a conversation with my new manager, Josh Evans, shout out, in which we kind of sat down and discussed like ways that I could go about creating content that I'm like genuinely happy about. Obviously, like music is kind of the main pursuit that I want, but I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of moving nowhere, doing a lot of horizontal job moves rather than anything that feels vertical at all. I don't feel like I'm actually progressing towards anything that I want. I'm not like crushing it financially. I'm not like, there's no justification in my opinion for like why I'm not either like doing the thing I love consistently or like making more money even. I mean, this is all gonna be super rambly. I have ADHD too. That's a recent development. Luckily I'm medicated. I currently have meds that I'm on. I think there are just too many times where I feel like I haven't been able to stick to any sort of like regimented life or schedule. I'm incredibly unorganized. I struggle constantly with even just being able to like keep up with my like doctor's appointments, which my girlfriend is very upset about usually. I'm not in great physical shape right now. I want to be in much better shape. I want to like actually adhere to like a sleep schedule, which I've never been able to do. I need to go to therapy. I feel really hypocritical considering the fact that I advocate very heavily for therapy and how valuable it is, but I also have literally never been myself. So what the fuck is that about, you know? It kind of got me back to this idea that I feel like I've always had and wanted to kind of expand on, about how like I've always wanted to have like a really healthy relationship with social media, as I think everyone does, right? And it's specific to the fact that this is part of my job, right? I like hate posting on Instagram right now because I feel like nothing I do is like interesting enough, right? I've always had this like maybe out there idea of just like using social media as a means of holding myself accountable, not from like a place of like I'm necessarily ashamed of where I came from, but in a world where it's like I have to kind of hold myself to it. If I've posted about something and I posted about, you know, making these types of improvements, I'm gonna have to hold myself to it because like the internet now thinks that I'm going to do that, right? And so it's this extra little motivator, whereas like sometimes I think I don't have enough motivation within myself to be like, hey, that video you said you're gonna make, why the hell did you not make it? I don't, you stupid idiot. But no, because realistically, I'm self-employed and I've been self-employed for essentially 10 years. And throughout those 10 years, I just haven't ever really felt like I really hit that stride of like productivity and also just like happiness. These 3 months are supposed to be essentially me trying to grasp onto the things that I've always wanted to do with myself and with my life and actually like follow through with doing it, right? You know, I'm 32 now and there's kind of no time like the present when it comes to actually trying to be like a real fucking human being, right? Or at least the version that I want to be, right? It's not like I'm like a sloth who just lives at home and naked and just flicks his own nuts all day. I want to go to bed at night actually genuinely being proud of myself, which is something that just hardly ever happens, unfortunately. It's usually because I feel like I lose sight of motivation, focus, stuff like that I think has just kind of not been there if I'm left to my own devices. So that's why I'm enlisting in, I don't know, these videos. I think also looking back, it'll be really nice to be like, oh wow, I did a lot of shit in 2025. That's sick. I wasn't wasting my life away like I felt like I might have been. So here's my really strict list of all the things that I want to be able to adhere to over the next 3 months. I need to stick to a sleep schedule for 2 weeks straight. No mess ups there. I need to be really like diligent and determined to actually go to bed on time and treat my self-employed life like I'm working for somebody else and I have to clock in and clock out every single day. I want my work schedule to essentially be 9 to 6 every single day, Monday through Friday at least, obviously. Because I know that people with ADHD typically struggle when they don't have any sort of regiment. So, and I really like it. I really enjoy the like, I have a determined amount of time that I'm gonna be spending towards work, and then I'm gonna actively not work during the time that I'm not supposed to work, right? And I'll probably mess this up a bunch. I've already filmed part of this and you'll see that I already mess up the sleep schedule thing at least once or twice. I'm trying to aim to get into bed by 11:15 p.m. on weeknights, such that I can wake up around like 7:45, 8 o'clock and get work started at 9. I am going to clean, organize, and maintain my home and workspace, something that I just don't have any of right now. I feel like it is a bit of a physical manifestation of my inner clutter. For example, I've lived in the house that I live in currently for a year now, and and I still haven't put up any of the decorations. My walls are completely blank. I still have things there that I need to like get rid of, stuff like that that just kind of doesn't give me any sense of personality, but also like, I don't know, it just looks like shit. And I think it is not a way that I like want to live. I want to be able to have my space feel nice, comfy, but also organized. Lose 5 pounds. That's an interesting one. But one I want to do, I don't actually know how much I weigh right now. I think I'm probably like 190, 192. I'm prepared to be horribly wrong, but I'm not in the best shape of my life right now, and I want to adhere to a bit more of a fitness schedule that'll kind of get me back on track. I know a lot of it's diet too, so I'm going to be dieting more. But in general, I think that's like a fun like number thing to aspire to, because my goal weight is to be down closer to 185, 180 if I can. I understand that muscle weighs more than fat, but I'm looking to be like lean and toned like a soccer player, or football if you're from, you know, Europe. This is a big one. Go to therapy. So for being an advocate of therapy as much as I am, I do a lot of not going to therapy, which is incredibly hypocritical. My hypocritical ass is a piece of shit, and I'm sorry. In the next 3 months, I need to get a therapist and go to at least one therapy appointment, right? Get that shit going. Doesn't seem like a big task, but like in my head, for some reason, it kind of is, and I don't know why. Okay, this is a big one, I think, just in terms of the fact that I want to be this kind of person who texts all their friends back and maintains good relationships with their friends, right? Like, I think I'm a really good friend when I'm in person with people. I think I make people feel very desired, wanted, and I think just comfortable in conversations. I ask about the real stuff, at least I try to, but I suck big ol' ass when it comes to just maintaining relationships via text. I suck at getting back to people via text. I have like 80 to 100 unread messages right now. My goal is to get rid of all of that shit. My goal is also to maintain those types of relationships, check in on people, be the type of friend that I actually want to be, not the one I pretend I am. A girlfriend would love this one. Regularly see a doctor. Go get a physical. Haven't gotten one of those in a while. Do all the doctor's appointments I need for things like my acid reflux, my knees, all the type of stuff that I'm like currently dealing with that I want to make sure isn't a problem for later in life, right? I don't know what it is. It's not that I'm scared of going to the doctor. I think it's just that like, I guess I'm worried it's going to cost a lot, but also that like, if I'm already not doing enough in my day-to-day, how could I possibly fit in a doctor's appointment? It's kind of the like stupid, dumbass rationale that I think of, unfortunately. Okay, so I have to-do lists that I do every single day, which you will see later in this video. I very regularly at the end of the night just don't do most of the things on there. And it's not even like, sometimes they're a little ambitious, but most of the time it's just that I get distracted, or I'm like, whatever. It's okay, I'll just put it on till tomorrow. Put it off till tomorrow, actually. I need to fully complete my to-do list every single day for at least 2 weeks straight, right? So I got to get that streak going where I'm actually genuinely finishing my to-do list and genuinely feeling happy, because honestly at night when I go to bed, I want to be like proud of what I had done that day, which is something that is unfortunately very seldom these days, which sucks. And on to the stuff that is career-based. I want to be writing 1 song a week, which is honestly not even that crazy. I know a lot of professional songwriters and stuff will write like a song a day, 2 songs a day, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna keep it challenging, but not impossible. I'm going to be writing a song a week, and y'all are gonna be the first people to hear those songs, essentially, other than I guess the people who were there with me in person, or maybe some of my friends that I want to show it to. If music is my main pursuit, I want to be writing at a clip that I'm really happy with, even if the song sucks ass, right? It doesn't even need to be good. I was gonna write a rap song the other day about piss and farts, literally about how it's like, sometimes I thought I had to shit, but it's just piss and farts. Thought that I would shit, but it's just piss and farts. You know, if I go a week without writing a song, unless there's like an incredibly good reason as to why I didn't, then I kick myself in the balls. I don't know. With the overarching goal that I want to be finishing 3 songs to be released, right? So it's more than just obviously writing the song, but producing it out, mixing it, getting it mastered, and getting it ready to be released. It's what I want to do. I want to fake it till I make it, basically. That's kind of the idea here. I'm going to be doing lots in that regard. And then here's the big thing, because I've been like foregoing the live music part of my career. Get a band together, finally. I have the friends around me and the people, and I have very talented musicians that I know. Get the band together, do a show. At least 1 show in the next 3 months. I don't really know how I'm gonna kind of go about editing this or like phrasing all of it, but like, I don't know. It feels even weird. Like, I'm trying to be the most organic version of myself here, but clearly I have a phone propped up on a tripod in a room that's well lit. But like, it's something that I really want to do for myself. It's just been so constant. I feel like I've just had a need of a change of pace, a change of scenery, a change of something. I need to change my approach, that just in even the slightest way, right? And I don't know, this feels exciting to me. Like, I want to be genuinely excited about the stuff that I work on, and this is something that's exciting to me. And I hope that it is for you. If it's not your vibe, I totally get it. I understand that like, I'm not making the impersonation videos anymore, or the Mad Libs covers. And I'm sorry if that was something that you were really into and that was, you know, kind of the main thing you watched me for, which I get it. That's why we have 1.7 million subscribers. I can't have that be my life anymore. And I'm sorry if that sounds horrible to you, but I don't want to be known as the guy who does impressions while performing other people's songs. I want to be known for my own music, and I also want to be known as somebody who's like happy, healthy, and like genuinely doing well. So anyway, you can expect a lot of more kind of organic, you know, vlog-based videos, because like, I don't know, like I'm not trying to shove cameras in my friends' faces, stuff like that. I'm more just trying to document things so that I can kind of hold myself accountable to adhering to these bullet points that we're trying to hit, right? I appreciate you if you're along for the ride. If you're not, I get it, but it's just something I feel like I have to do, right? And I'm really excited. So, you know, this is how excited I am. I'm really sorry to the studio that I'm currently at. I'm stepping on your couch. I don't see any difference. We're good. The AC's going so hard right now. It's cold as balls. I need to get out of here. I gotta piss. I gotta do all this kind of stuff. So let's just get into it. Here's to Danny finally doing it. I don't know what the fuck that means, but Danny finally does it, I guess. Cool.